So this is the beginning of production on issue 6. I have Tokyo Ghost laying over there because I wanted to show that off in just a second. But I kind of wanted to get you up to speed. I want to document like everything, the process of making 6. These are notes I have for the trade. You can see this is how I want the layout to be done for that. Barcode over here. Basically the inside pages. Actually, so this will be for the trade. I took the Mohawk off my Ox logo. Basically the normal copyright thing that I had on most of the pages. This is going to be the first printing. It's going to have the ISBN number, and then it's going to be out of 50 for this first trade. All this will be actual inked. I'm just waiting for to get the ISBN number and barcode and stuff for that. So back to issue 6. So that's trade. These are things I need to take care of before. I need to color that. I need to do an author page, and then basically put together the back cover. So here's a look into the world. The start of issue 6. So this is basically notes that I put down. I do have through 10 pretty well outlined. And then skipping ahead, you have the designs for the covers. And if you've been paying attention, I do have that one done. So that's what it was going to look like. I think I pretty much nailed it. I'm pretty stoked on how that turned out, especially with all the strings and whatnot. This is also the cover. I kind of designed it after one of the pictures from Inktober 2014. It was kind of a play on... Actually, I think I have the sketchbook right here, so bear with me a little bit longer. I'm gonna make it worth your while. So, Inktober 2014. Let's see if I can't find this baby. But it was play on an old Creature from the Black Lagoon design, where I had turned it into buttons and whatnot, and it was basically a way of saying do whatever you want because the only one stopping you is yourself. But I had the Creature from the Black Lagoon actually painting. Let's see. He became an artist, and I thought that was just a funny, ridiculous concept that I really wanted to... The painting aspect is going to come into play. Well, maybe not painting, but an artist's sketch life is going to be coming into play. I just don't want to reveal too much about that just yet, because it's a pretty pivotal moment in issue 6. And bear with me just a little bit longer. I promise you I'm going to find it. Okay. From 10/8/14, just a little play on Creature from Black Lagoon. See, this Inktober thing is really paying off, so I highly suggest you going into it. Obviously I didn't throw Creature in there, but I wanted to bring Stitch back into the fray since she will be showing up in the next couple issues and whatnot. It was meant to be V, but after deciding I wanted to bring Stitch back into it. Considering Leon had issue 2 and he will be showing up too, I figured it'd be a nice touch to bring her back into the fray. So those are the 2 covers for issue 6. It was, so this is Zeke and V in current times, and this is supposed to be V and her husband in past times. Issue 6 is going to be dealing with a lot of V's past. Started to dabble in it in issue 5, but there's a whole lot more. So these are basically the notes of what's going to be happening in 6. And if you have gotten any of my issues, you know I do the first 6 pages of the next issues as a preview. And this is basically what I wanted to do. They found a bus in issue 5, and basically started talking about V's past, and kind of fell asleep next to each other. So these are the first 6 pages. I wanted there to be engine work. They have to change a tire at some point, and then they'll get into V's past. So I don't want to go too further down because it starts revealing a lot after that point. So the first page is always done in the coloring stage, so I basically skipped that one. So page 1 will be the 5th cover, which will be the formal shop that Donnie got a new suit in. That's going to be the first page, and then it'll cut to that one. It's basically going to be Zeke popping the top on the bus to get to the engine. Basically a crowbar shoved in there and wedging it and then popping it, and then taking a look, deciding it can be salvaged. It just needs a quick tune up, and it's been sitting there for a little bit, but not too long, so he just needs to work on a little bit. This kick was from issue 4, where he was working on vehicles before he left the bunker. I'm bringing that back just to show him working. There's going to be the tree down in the center, and he's going to be working on each side of the bus, trying to get it working. He's also going to be removing the hood, and that's the clink clink bang, and then V's going to be popping out behind him, basically saying he doesn't need a hood. And then you'll see the hood laying next to this broken down little bus. So then there'll be a conversation between V and Zeke, basically saying they need to get running, get the spare on, and then they can get ready to get out of there. So this is page 3. It'll be this side of the paper, so I needed this side. So I scratched that, skipped that, because I didn't want to do anything with that, because I'm starting to throw myself off because of the pages. But this is thumbnail for issue 4. Basically getting it running. There'll be engine work. V's going to be sitting, trying the key. He'll test the battery, spark or arc it, make sure it's got juice in it. Let's see. He'll be spraying starter fluid into it. He'll be cut off, yelling at this engine, "Fire you!" and then it'll start up. So you'll be excited about that, and that takes you to the next spread. The reason I had Tokyo Ghost laying out is because I want to do a spread very Murphy-esque. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So this is Tokyo Ghost number 1. And he does these great spreads where he doesn't take the whole 2 pages, but he carries over spreads into the next page, and it makes this very fluid motion where you just lovingly follow along perfectly. He did do something different in 2, which got to explain a lot of the backstory easily, made these scenes and then told what was going on. I really do dig that design, but that's not the spread that I'm looking for. You can see this is number 3, where he has the scenes carry over, and it just flows so nicely. This is one of those action scenes from issue 4, using color to differentiate what side is being battled. Pretty dope scene. But this is really one that really stuck out. This is issue 5, last one that came out, and you see Teddy coming out on his motorcycle, just causing all kinds of hell. And then you have these panels across the bottom. I really want to look for doing something like that for this spread in issue 6. So that's what's going to be on these 2 pages. I have it right now that they have the getting the tire off, swapping it out, talking about Donnie so that I can show him in one of these panels. And then you have zombies finding out and sniffing out the one body they left laying out front. That's going to cause some discrepancies coming up. And then you cut back into the scene, and you have V, and she's cleaning guns. And then you have Zeke behind her, just like watching her and sketching her. You have him sketching here, and it'll cut and blow away to actual drawing, and this is going to be a much more realistic drawing of V, not just the puppet V. And then she actually notices what he's doing, and just surprises her, because so this is the last of the 6 pages for the preview. So it gets cut off where she's surprised and kind of interested in what she's doing, but it is also a thing that has happened in her past. So you go through this little scene where he's apologizing to her and didn't mean to upset her, and then it cuts into back into a scene where V and her husband had met. Next 3-4 pages, maybe even 6 pages will be in the past, showing how they met, and it has a greater impact on the whole storyline. I don't want to reveal too much because I will show you as I make the roughs. I'm not sure when I'll put this video out, but I'm pretty stoked on it just because it's a big part of the whole series. And I'll tell you why in a different video, but it has to do with a lucid dream that I had once, and tying all these things from my past all together. So that's going to do it for now. Check out Tokyo Ghost if you haven't. Be looking forward to issue 6. And issue 5 in the trade should be coming out soon. Should be doing the Kickstarter the end of February. Like I said, I don't know when this video is coming out, so that's what I'll say for now. Later.